Altcoin Season In from SEC Leaked Info. This is NC Hammer Crypto. My name is Neil, keeping technical analysis short and sweet. And as always, I don't know any information about leaked anything, but we are clearly in a bull market here. We could see today when the SEC decides if they're going to cut interest rates for something similar to this to happen. With Bitcoin pushing up back to the previous all-time high and beyond. So with the good afternoon, what we're going to hear here at 6 p.m. UTC time, which is about 8 o'clock my time, we are going to see whether this is going to tank or it's going to go up. This is the major decision. Me personally, I believe that we are going to start seeing the bull market kick in and off to the races for everything. But he's an ass, so what we could see me be wrong and the entire market crash. Everything is looking extremely bullish. That's just what this video is about. Just if you have any money left over, to toss it into crypto. It is probably the best decision you will ever make, as a lot of these are at absolute lows. CTSI is here at 8 cents, and it has a long way to go. It broke its downward trend line, and its all-time high is up here at $1.79. Quite a substantial increase in price. Even if you have $100, I mean, that's 2,000% increase. That's pretty insane potential gains for CTSI. The volume was major. It shows that it is pushing the bottom. Decrease in volume, increase in price, divergence. RSI is looking very healthy. Now it's just waiting for the decision for that push up to 48 cents. First real resistant here at 25 cents, which is 3x. IOTX, a hidden one that a lot of people don't really think about too much. We had that major price reduction, but we are clearly getting support on the upward trend line that we had drawn from this previous support. If we close above this area, we mainly need to get above that 200 EMA, but ideally, like I've said before, 0.34 is where you would be looking for an entry. Spell, trying to build some support. Not looking the best like some of these other coins, but also 200 EMA. Tornado, one of my favorites. I always recommend it, and if you haven't done it yet, you can trade it on MEXC, which the reference is in the description below. It is up 100+% since we've had our original entry, and doubled down once we broke 11 and 13. All trades are currently in profit, and we are trying to hold support, get back up above that $15 mark, and then next stop is up here around $22. So if you have $15, it has a potential to hit around $459. And if you don't have the motivation to get on MEXC, well, you are missing out to trade Tornado Cash. Dogecoin, 26 cents. We are above the 21 cent, which is its major support. We got above the 24 cent, which is its next major support. It is wicking off here, so with the news today, we could see this push up towards the 29 cents and beyond for Dogecoin. If you have not entered anywhere within this area down to around 24 cents is a good buying opportunity, but none of this is financial advice. AERO is actually getting a bunch of their coins pretty much publicized. So it's testing this downward trend line, downward wedge. If this closes above this orange previous candle and closes above this downward trend line, this is looking very, very, very bullish for AERO. If you have not entered, breaking this downward trend line is where you are looking for your entry and not regretting your entry. Flare. I'm going to do QNT, XCN, and XRP on a different one, kind of mix up the videos. But Flare is getting a little bit of rejection, but similar thing. If it can break this downward trend line, we can start seeing some more bullish momentum. And Flare, you can actually stake your XRP with Flare and earn passive rewards with Flare, which is pretty cool. Compound, you've had the opportunity to enter at lower prices at $42. $44 is its rough estimate of where you get your best entry. We need to get above that 200 EMA and this downward trend line. There is a bit of room to run to the top, to that downward trend line, about 20%. You could wait it out and wait for it to hold above that, but entering in at 44 is not a bad idea. BNT. Let's go. BNT. Holding a little bit of support on this upward trend line, but mainly we're working downward within these two black trend lines here in a downward channel. We could get a little bit of support higher low and then test this downward trend line. Once this is broken, that would be our second touch. We may come back in and touch it once more before ultimately breaking. But with the news coming out, we could see this push through this area, 200 EMA, cause major support, and start testing this 0.095. And then the 618 is up here around 1.32 and 0.55. BNT's all-time high is $20, so getting in at 72 cents is a very good opportunity for you. DNT, I'm going to bust a lot of these out, and we'll do some of the ones that people stick around for on another video. DNT, if you haven't entered DNT, I can't recommend it enough. DNT is very, very similar to XYO, which I will actually bring up next. Enter into DNT right now and see what happens. Yeah, that's not financial advice in any way, but say you got $1,000, toss it into DNT, see what happens within this news that comes out and where this will take off. It has absolutely bottomed out. And looking at this, at the inverse, this is just waiting to drop towards the upside, which is inverted the downside. 618 is at 13 cents. We are currently at 2 cents. And the all-time high is all the way up here at 25 cents. This thing is going to waterfall. It is coiled up to the maximum. And yeah, DNT all the way. Similar with XYO. This thing is coiled up to the maximum. It cannot go any lower. It's testing the 200 EMA with violence right now, getting a little bit of rejection. But we can start seeing this break over this downward trend line, 200 EMA at the same time. The 618 is roughly here at 0.011, but the next real resistance is more so 0.014 and way up here at 0.02. This thing can pop to 0.02 very quickly, so keep an eye on XYO as well as DNT. If you're not entered into either of those or CTSI, this is the opportunity to do that. I'm going to end this video here because there's too many coins, but like and subscribe if you haven't. Good luck, have fun with it, and I will see you on the next one.